Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 7 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter operation with integers. So, a notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Let's just start with the lesson integer multiplication and division rules. So Hello. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Negative 3 times negative 2. So both the numbers have same sign, so answer must be positive, right? If either of the number is negative, the answer is negative. Both the numbers have same sign, so the answer is positive. Negative 3 times negative 2 is 6. Option number 1 is the correct option. Multiply negative 7 times negative 8. So both the numbers have same sign. Answer must be positive. 8 times 7 is 56. So option number 1 is the correct option. Negative 54 divided by negative 6. Both the numbers are negative, so answer must be positive. Option number 1 is the correct option. 9 it is. 6 times 9 is 54. The correct option is 9. Option number 1 is the correct option. Negative 8 times negative 1. Both the numbers are negative. The answer is positive. So negative 1 times negative 8 is 8. Option number 1 is the correct option, that is 8. Nine times negative 7. That is negative 63. Option number 1 is the correct option. Negative 1 divided by 1. So 1 divided by 1 is 1. So either of the number is negative. That is negative 1. Option number 2 is the correct option. Negative 4 times 2. So 4 times 2 is That is negative 8. Option number 2 is the correct option. 8 divided by negative 2. So, which is the correct option? That is negative 4. Option number 1 is the correct option. Negative 6 divided by 3. That is negative 2. Option number 1 is the correct option. Negative 3 times negative 3. That is 9. Option number 2 is the correct option. Negative 42 divided by negative 6. So, which is the correct option? That is 7. Option number 2 is the correct option because 6 times 7 is 42. Negative 8 times negative 4. That is 32. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is compare multiplication and division. Type the integer that makes the following multiplication sentence true. Negative 6 times what number is 18, right? One of the number is negative, The answer is negative. The other number must be positive, right? Think of the number negative 6 times what number is 18? 6 times 3 is 18. So negative 6 times 3 is negative 18. Let's just start with the test questions. Type the integer that makes the following sentence true. What number divided by 6 is negative 4? So either of the number is negative, the answer is negative. So the given number is negative. The other number must be positive. So what number divided by negative 6 is 4? That is 24. 24 divided by 6 is negative 4. The correct option is 24. Option number 2 is the correct option. Type the integer that makes the following multiplication sentence true. Negative 7 times what number is negative 63? Negative 7 times 9 is sorry. Negative 7 times 9 is negative 63. The correct option is 9 because either of the number is negative. The answer is negative. The given number is negative. So the other number must be positive. Negative 7 times 9 is 63. Type the integer that makes the following sentence multiplication sentence true. 8 times what number is negative 72? Negative 9 times 8 is negative 72. Option number 1 is the correct option. Type the integer that makes the following multiplication sentence true. So negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. Option number 1 is the correct option. Type the integer that makes the following sentence true. Missing number times 5 equals negative 10. So one of the number is positive. So we are given the positive number. The other number must be negative. So 5 times negative 2 is 5 times negative 2 is 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. Type the integer that makes the following sentence true. Negative 2 times what number is 16? So their product is positive, right? So that means both the numbers are negative, because if both the numbers have same sign, the answer is positive, right? So negative 2 times negative 8 is 16. Option number 1 is the correct option. Type the integer that makes the following sentence true. Negative 3 times what number is negative 6? Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. The correct option is 2. Option number 1 is the correct option. Type the integer that makes the following division sentence true. Negative 8 divided by 8 is negative 1. Either of the number must be positive, the numerator, either of the number must be negative. The numerator is negative, so the denominator must be positive. That is negative 8 divided by 8 is 1. Type the integer that makes the following division sentence true. Negative 42 divided by what number is 6? Negative 42 divided by 7 is 46. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay. Okay, sorry. I will try my best. I will be slow. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Evaluate involving integers. Let's just start with the lesson. So negative 7 minus negative 2 minus. So all of them we have to subtract, right? Basically, we have to learn the order of operations over here. The order of operations is first we solve multiplication and division, and then we do the addition and subtraction. But here in this question, we just have to subtract. So we can go from left to right. The first step is we need to do negative 7 minus negative 2. So subtracting a negative integer, we are subtracting a negative integer, right? Subtracting a negative integer is same as adding. So it would be negative 7 plus 2, right? We need to subtract, the sign must be the greater sign must be the one with the greater number. 7 is greater number with a negative sign, so answer must be negative. It would be negative 5. Then we have the number negative 7. Now again we have negative 5 and negative 7. We need to collect them with the negative sign. So it would be negative 12. Got it? Any question you can please ask. That is negative 12. Let's just start with the test questions. Negative 18 plus 14 plus 9 plus 7. Negative 18 plus 14 plus 19 plus negative 7. So we have to go from left to right. Negative 18 plus 4. So 18 is the greater number with a negative sign. So we have to subtract them. That is negative 18 plus 14 is negative 4 plus 9 plus negative 7. Again, we have to do negative 4 plus 9. That is 9 minus 4 is 5. That is 5 plus negative 7. So 5 plus negative 7 is we need to subtract. So 5 minus 7 is, that is negative 2. So the correct option is negative 2. You have to perform the operations. If we have division and multiplication, go for the division and multiplication. Otherwise, you have to go from left to right. Got it? Any questions you can ask if you have any? Okay, the next one is 2 minus negative 14 plus 3. So subtracting a negative integer is same as adding. Subtracting a negative integer is same as adding. So 2 minus negative 14 is, we are subtracting a negative integer. So subtracting a negative integer is same as adding. It would be like this, right? So which is the correct option? Nineteen. It is option number 2 is the correct option. That is 19. Negative 7 plus negative 2 minus 6. So going from left to right, we have negative 7 plus negative 2. We need to add them with the negative sign. So it would be Negative 7 plus negative 2, that is negative 9. And negative 9, negative 6 equals, that is negative 15. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. 8 plus negative 7 plus negative 4. So 8 adding a negative integer is same as subtracting. So it would be 8 minus 5. So 8 minus 5 is 3. Again, adding a negative integer is same as subtracting. So 3 minus 4 equals, that is negative 1. Option number 1 is the correct option. Negative 1 it is. Negative 18 plus 2 divided minus negative 9. So which is the correct option? Negative 18 plus 2 is negative 16, right? We need to subtract them with a sign of the greater number. Negative 16 minus negative 9. Subtracting a, now we are going to subtract a negative integer. Subtracting a negative integer is same as adding. So negative 6 plus 9 is 9 minus 6. No, sorry, wait. Negative integer, negative 18 plus 2 is not 8. I thought 8 it is. That is 18. Negative 18 plus 2 is negative 16. Negative 16 minus negative 9. Subtracting a negative number is same as adding. So negative 18 plus 9 is negative 7. The correct option is option number 1, negative 7. It is. Got it? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 7 math. Chapter we were working on is just the lessons we have covered today are division rules, multiply and divide integers, complete multiplication and division equations with integer, evaluate numerical expressions involving integers. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click are available there to help you, or either you can write them down or confusions if you have any. So I'm here to answer all your questions. No questions?